Anything else? Huh? Like right now. As'ad, there's a request from some of my fans. It would be possible for you to sing a few verses.
Sing a few verses?
Yeah.
I haven't sang in years. So.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, you have to keep yourself fit. You have to be sharp. So perhaps.
Okay. What? Sing one of my songs?
Yeah. Senyum, was it?
Yeah, Senyum.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sing the chorus a bit. Wow, I haven't done this in a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I am with As'ad Motawh.
Yes.
Okay, that's how you pronounce it. We were wondering, how do we pronounce the name? The name is very unique.
Yeah.
So As'ad, if you do not know, he started his career in the entertainment industry as a singer.
Yes.
As a singer. But now I'm going to let him explain a bit because we cannot ask them open-ended question. Nanti they will say from A to Z. Okay, so we're going to ask specific questions. But now he is focusing on content creation. Is that right?
Yes, and business as well.
And business as well. He has planned to expand his businesses, doing things that he has never done before.
Yes, that's
You
true.
have 4 businesses that you're running right now. Can you explain the one that's making the most money?
Making the most money is obviously advertising and film production.
Okay.
Yes, so then content creation. And then
I did the same thing, content creation and advertising.
The way I use content creation is actually to market my company.
Right.
So because the whole plan came out when it was during COVID, then I made really HD videos on TikTok.
Really HD videos?
Yeah, so it's like really high quality, like good production, you know.
Okay.
So then people start saying, "Oh, I like the quality of your video." So
Right.
I just came to a thought, why not I turn this to a side hustle and see how much money I can make from this.
Okay.
So I started my film production during COVID or during the end of COVID. Then I'm slowly moving into advertising right now.
Wait. You said you made a film production company.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you make films or you make videos?
Not films. Basic and easy way to say is just videos. Yeah.
Right,
so we do
videos.
commercials, music
There you
videos.
go.
Yeah.
So I think there's a misnomer there because when people say film production, I was thinking,
Movies.
telemovies.
But that's something I would love to do soon, as long as I can take care of my business properly and help it scale slowly by slowly.
Okay, so we've only like about 3 minutes into this podcast, and you've already talked about this business, that business. But you mentioned earlier that you did not go to any university.
No, I didn't.
So your highest qualification is SPM.
Yes,
which
correct.
is fine. But how do you do it? I mean, the normal pathway would be habis SPM, matriculasi, or A levels.
Yeah, get degree, etc.
Or perhaps a professional ACCA. Not putting those down, but I would say that you are more, not putting you all down, more successful in terms of quite a number of things, but one of them being money. We're in Financial Faiz anyways. So we have to recognize that fact.
Yeah.
Is this something that you're happy with? Is this something that you would recommend other people to do?
I would say the choices I made was based also on risk management. I didn't just jump into being a content creator or a singer without any risk management properly, right? So if I just jump into becoming a singer without having a concrete plan, it wouldn't work. So what I did was I finished my SPM, but during the time I was studying, I was also building my Instagram page.
Right.
So before I made the decision to go all out my career, I made sure I had a concrete base first. So by that time, I had around 300,000 followers on Instagram.
That would be your base. That
would be my base. So
okay.
then I can make the decision like, okay, do I want to pursue my dreams in becoming a singer, or do I want to become further my studies or anything, which I think wouldn't be the smart thing to do at that time because I was already making making like 10,000 a month already. So like
from the content creation one,
singing, etc. Yeah. So during that time, I said like instead of going to university, then I have to go pay. Might as well I just learn along the way.
Wait, go to university and you have to go pay?
Yeah, like can you have to pay for university and if you learn
not everyone,
etc. Not everyone. Like if you get like a scholarship cover and
or if you do get one of the free year universities or cheaper universities.
Yeah, betul. But like if I want to go learn business pun, I rasa macam most of the things you learn in university is mostly theory, Business is mostly experience to me.
So right now, I would say from the outside, you are actually smarter in terms of running a business than people who are actually teaching business. Is that? I mean, your knowledge is hands-on, on the ground, real work, real results. Today you do something, tomorrow you sell it or don't sell it.
Yeah.
But a business degree or even perhaps an MBA, would you say a bit more theory based?
Well, I mean, I respect people's decisions, right? They want to go further with business or not. But like for me personally, I think business has to be learned through experience. Theory doesn't really work. Like I'm quite a realistic and logical person, so I don't understand how you can learn business from a person who hasn't done business themselves. So most of the people that teach business,
Right.
I respect your views or anything,
Okay.
right? But I don't get it how you can learn business to make a multi-million-dollar business from people that don't do business themselves.
Okay, so I have to mention this. I somewhat agree because I'm also a business owner, and the things I've done, nobody teaches me. I have to look through YouTube,
Yes, but
and then I stumble upon
That's
success.
actually a good thing, because like most of the businesses you can do online right now, you can learn from YouTube.
There you go.
Like you can learn. I've learned so much more than my youngest brother. He took business management.
Okay.
But he isn't a businessman.
You just criticize.
No, I love my brother a lot, but like one day he will go far, inshallah. But like the difference between on ground work and experience, my brother he studied business management. He's
Right.
getting there, inshallah. So I'm helping him and we're guiding each other, right? But there's just so much more you can learn from the internet these days. There's no
Right.
reason to go to not make money online right now. It's fairly
No
simple.
excuses.
No
Of,
excuses.
In terms of knowledge and learning, you can do it online.
It's all on your fingertips.
But you have to practice
Yes,
what you've
betul.
learned.
Yeah.
Then that's how you make money.
Yes, betul.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me a bit more about your experience before your SPM, because you already has 300,000 Instagram followers. I only
yeah.
have about what do we have? 70 plus. I've done this almost 2 years now. You got 300,000 before. By the time you finish your SPM, how?
Yeah, I
you
did that in
get
7 months.
In 7
actually.
months?
Yeah, I reached 300,000 in 7 months.
Right.
But hard work and dedication is for sure.
Ah.
Yeah, so when I started, I started out, I had to look for what skill I have. So I tried modeling, etc. But I figured out that I wasn't so tall, so I can't really do modeling.
You're not too tall. I haven't seen you standing just now.
About 170 cm.
170 is
It's quite short for a model, you know.
For a
so,
model.
Yeah, I mean, people say I have good looks. Alhamdulillah, thank you very much.
Okay.
But I'm not so tall, so I can't really be a model. So I figured out what else can I actually do. So I said I can kind of sing.
Right.
I can kind of sell my face at the same time.
Right.
So I think, and at that moment, the market wasn't so much singers on Instagram. I think there was like Ismail Zani, Hakim Rusli, just a
Right.
few people.
Singers on Instagram.
Yeah, they were doing covers. So my
okay.
competition was very low. So I figured out that the demand is there, but there's no supply.
Right.
So what I did was I supplied to the market with more covers from my side. So now there's about 3 people in the market. So that's how I grew rapidly fast.
Tell me more about covers. Covers are songs
Song covers,
that
yeah.
other people have sang.
Yes, then I just
You
re-sing the
just, you
song.
know,
Yeah,
right.
basically. Yeah.
On YouTube, that would go as a copyright strike, but
Yeah.
on Instagram it's fine.
I guess so. I have never
Talking
had any
about height
copyright strike.
and looks, I have the height,
Yeah.
180 cm, but I don't have the looks. So
That, you're quite handsome yourself.
I don't know. Okay, so when we talk about SPM, I mean you're like 22, so that's
Yes.
just about 5 years
Yeah.
apart. Not like most of us. SPM would be 10 years apart, a decade apart. What's next? What's next with the business? You've mentioned content creation, advertising. What the other the third and the fourth one?
You know what's the hardest part of growing a business is actually when you reach to a certain point, you can't get much information off the internet. So like they'll teach you how to make #1 million ringgit, or
Right.
teach you how to make to grow your business, right?
Right.
But they won't teach you how to properly scale and automate it. So that's the hardest part. I'm still figuring out myself, because my goal is to find a way to automate my business. If not, I'll be working for the rest of my life.
Right,
And
right.
my goal is actually just for financial freedom. It's very subjective for most people. 10K a month is enough, or
There you
50 for a person.
What is
enough.
yours? What is your financial freedom number?
Um,
Is it a set amount of asset, like 10 million, or is it a cash flow of 100,000 per month, or is it both?
Probably both.
Right.
But I heard like my goal is not just to be financially free in Malaysia. I want to be financially free in globally. I heard from some people saying $25 million a year is enough, or some people say $10 million a year is enough.
A year?
It get where it basically gets where everything is basically free.
Right.
But I'm still working on that, so I don't know what's the exact figure yet. So I have to be realistic with the choices I make.
Right, because you're based in Malaysia, so your income potential may not be fully limited, but the main base would be Malaysia.
Yeah.
So perhaps to get that dollar figure, because you mentioned dollar. I mean, some people might say 25 million ringgit, but you mentioned dollars, so you have to look outwards, I guess. You have to get the American dollar or Western.
But I think right now I'm already considered financially free, especially for my age. Like
Right.
basically everything to this point is kind of free already because I'm very young.
Right.
I don't want a private jet. I don't want a yacht. So everything is fine, alhamdulillah. Tapi maybe I don't want to stop now because some people they go so far then they take their foot off the gas. So that's a problem. I just want to see how far I can go. So if I can make more, I can help people more. It makes me more happy.
Tell me more about this private jet and yacht. You don't buy it, just rent it. That's what Warren Buffett would say.
But it's good to rent. But I'm the person that likes to own something. I want to know that it is mine. Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
different feeling.
Well, as long as you don't rent it and just for the sake of posting on social media.
Oh yeah,
on a
yeah,
jet that doesn't
yeah.
fly.
Betul. Jet doesn't fly, doesn't move. Yeah. Don't do that.
Okay. What would you advise younger people, a bit younger than you, who wants to get into the content creation space, I imagine you would say, don't make it as a goal, but look at the, as you said, risk assessment. If you have 0 followers by the time you're 17, build on that followers first before you put being a media creator or social
before
media
you make
creator,
decision to leave your current
whatever
career,
the
right?
pathway is. You already had 300,000 by 17, so you had the, I would say, the
It's like a
privilege.
green light,
There you go.
kinda, yeah.
Like a proven
Yeah.
proof of concept.
Yeah.
I'm doing well in this
Yeah.
space, so I can do it. But not everyone can do the same.
But actually sometimes it's not just about having a lot of followers, because
Right.
sometimes you have a lot of followers but you don't know how to monetize your followers.
Right.
That'll be a problem, So you have to learn, you have to figure out the money game as well.
Okay.
So like you have to know what you can sell, or how you can work with other brands,
Right.
or how you can network with other people. Because if you just have followers but you can't make money off of it, then you're just famous on Instagram or famous on
Let's
TikTok.
say if you're famous on Instagram and TikTok, 500,000 followers. How many do you have? 400 plus? How do I make money? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Well, how you make money? First, you can try by selling a product,
Right.
or you can work with very good brands.
Right.
Or if you can't reach the brands, you work with very good agencies. There are good
Ah.
agencies out there that you can network with and potentially get jobs. So
Okay.
that's quite well. Actually, I know so many influencers that make more than CEO salaries, which is quite insane.
What would you say a CEO salary is? What, 3 mil a year? I know Maybank CEO is getting about 10 mil a year. That
Okay,
one's-
not all CEOs, not like that upper level lah kan.
okay.
But I know like young 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds making
Right.
$500,000. That's quite a lot of money.
Half mil a year.
Yeah, for 18, 19 kan.
Right.
So if they know how to scale their business even more, they can make much more money.
So other than working with the brands, working with the agencies, what other way? I mean, you've mentioned selling.
Yeah.
Perhaps TikTok shop. Are they making a lot of money there?
I think there's this guy, he sells like sambal on TikTok, right?
Right.
Didn't he make like 21 million last year or something like that?
Is that revenue or profit?
Revenue, if I'm not mistaken.
We don't know what his cost is, but maybe perhaps maybe 10% is still a lot, right? Isn't it?
Still a lot.
2.1 mil.
Betul? Yeah. So if you know how to brand something and sell it, that's still a lot of money. But you have to get as much attention as you can, lah. You need people to see you first.
I see. That's interesting. Okay, earlier you mentioned that you're venturing into social media agency space, something like that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So actually, I don't know how it works yet.
Right.
I just started planning it about a month from now. So I'm trying to see how the space actually works. But when I do know how it works, I'll come and explain again maybe a year from now or something. When it
Perfect.
actually works, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We will have to know more.
Yeah.
Now you have 4 businesses. Would you say focusing on one business and scaling up to an endless amount is better than having multiple businesses? How do you focus?
Okay, it's always good to have one really successful business. But
One
I
really-
think it is
okay.
better to have more, because you have to look at your financials like... for example, this table, right?
Right.
If there's only one stand under the table, if it breaks, your whole financial system falls.
Right.
But if you have like more legs under the table, if one breaks, the table will shake, but you're still standing.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you start making a lot of money for one business, I would start venturing into other things so you have more sources of income. That's the way I look at.
So
money
basically,
itself.
you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay,
Yes,
that's
betul.
the
Just
old
like
adage.
investing, right? You can't put everything in one basket. If that investment goes boom, then you lose everything. So you
That's
have
right.
to,
That's right. Plus, with investment, you can. One of them is a bit more riskier than the
Yeah,
others.
true.
But does that apply with business as well? Is there a business for you that is a bit more riskier than the others? Or are they stemming from the same one big trunk? Okay, as for myself, everything is revolving around me. If I were to die or incapacitated, the business would slow down. I'm talking about
Yeah.
me as the director
Yeah.
of the company. I'm talking about myself as Faiz Azmi,
Yeah.
the face of Financial Faiz.
Betul.
So I haven't replaced me, and I assume I would imagine you being the face of your own brand would have a similar problem. How do you counter that? What's your plan?
Well, actually, I've already gotten to a point where if I am not really there, my
Right.
business can already run. So
Okay.
that's what I've been trying to do for the past 7 years. I've been doing this for 7 years.
7
so
years.
yeah, so my goal was to find a way, if one day I get sick, if my mata sakit ke, I
Ah.
cannot do content or anything, I can still get money. So that's why I have other sources of income from different smaller industries as well. So like that's why we do film production. If I'm not there, tak apa, you don't need my face, because we have directors, we have assistant directors to do the
Right.
work for you kan. If like for example, it's a whole total difference like carwash. Carwash
Right.
doesn't need my face, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So
you
I
have you have a car wash business?
Yeah, with carwash we do landscaping. Yeah.
So that's how you diversify. So that's
Yes.
the problem that I have right now, because we just started 1 year ago. I mean, my number was registered last June, so that's 1 year and 2 months away. I mean,
Yeah.
since I haven't gotten away from my face yet. I want to be a place where I don't have to. Well, the talent itself, the Financial Faiz has to be presented by me.
Yeah,
but
betul.
the director, the people doing the QA, the editors have to be someone else.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still
Your
face.
face, yeah. Well, maybe that's just one business that requires your face, but
Right.
you can try to find other things where it doesn't require your face. So, but you have to understand that the things that you start, sometimes it get less like exciting though, because when you start something that's completely different, the money is not the same as the thing that's already going.
Right.
Like for example, I would assume that whenever you use your face, you get paid the most. If you do something else, you get paid less.
Yes.
Tapi that it takes time to grow and to scale. So maybe just try venturing into things where it doesn't require your face as much, like as simple as a car wash,
Right,
or
right.
stuff like that.
Well, I can tell you a bit, since we're spilling.
Yeah.
It's not a trade secret anyways. We're having another channel that has no face. It's a faceless channel. So
Oh, that's
basically-
good. That's actually very good.
And I have an editor. No, we do have editors. We have writers. We have researchers and writer. We have the voiceover, which doesn't happen to be my face. In the beginning, I tried to use my voice because I want to be part of this business. And then I couldn't launch the business because I'm too busy. So I had to use other people to voice over the script.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's a little bit less interesting because
Yeah.
I'm not fully involved in
Yeah,
it.
betul.
I'm just the business manager putting people together and create a video out of it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the way forward.
Yeah.
How long can I do this?
Maybe I would recommend, like, you already know what you're doing now. You've already scaled your followers to like 500,000 on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So I think what you can try is do the same thing you've done before, just to someone else. Yeah. So maybe build another character, build another person, and build him up, and then you just take a percentage off of it, something like that, and manage that person. That could be one thing, right? So
That's actually what we're doing as well
Yeah.
with the other channel, Let's Jump Studios.
Yeah, betul.
But of course, changes happen, and we are slowing that one down a bit. But by the time this video recording is posted, it should be right back up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's okay. Yeah, of course, it's always slow at the start because you're building something new, kan? But everything takes time, so there's no worries.
Okay. So, As'ad, being an artist, facing controversies
Yeah.
by the fans, by the media, is part and parcel, I guess.
Yeah.
The more famous you get, the more controversies that you might attract. Whether or not they're true or not true. How do you handle that?
Well, first of all, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind, actually. You have to build an iron mind. Just like iron, the only thing that can destroy it is its own rust. So if you let people's words get into your mind, you're finished.
Okay.
So you can read the comments and you can take it positively and learn from it, right? But if those things bring you down, then you have an issue. So you have to learn how to control your mind first. Number 2 is stay away from drama. It's just as simple as that. So if there's something that's a sensitive topic or something that's dangerous, just stay away from it. It's not that hard, actually.
But for some artists, they crave for drama.
Well, yeah, that's a good question, actually. I don't know why. I try to stay away from it as much as possible. I think I've been clean for the past
Right.
4 years. I haven't had any dramas at all, which is a lot more peaceful, actually.
Okay.
So I enjoy that side more.
So the way I see it, you started with as an artist to sing, and then now you're trying to get well behind the scenes. So are you abandoning the celebrity or the artist scene?
I wouldn't say I'm abandoning it because at the end of the day, you still need my face juga for like the contents I make, etc. Kan? Tapi it would be nice to be behind the scenes because there's just less drama. But it is quite of a headache because you're managing multiple things, kan?
Right.
Yeah, but that's actually the plan. Like because I know I can't be here forever, and I'm building something that inshallah my grandchild can take over, etc. Because I don't just want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. So my goal is to build things where they can take over as well.
Right.
Yeah. Because like if I pass away, my children can't take over As'ad Motagh's name. But if I build a company that that has a proper system, etc., they can take over. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier before the podcast, you have 3 employees.
Yes.
3 full-time employees.
Yes, interesting.
3 employees plus yourself.
But that
before.
3 employees is only for the production
Right.
company. Yeah.
Okay, but how about the others?
I think overall we have quite a lot actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Carwash is very interesting. Tell me more about it.
So right now, actually, my brother is doing a mobile detailing company, which is actually a good startup for students actually. Because first of all, you just buy equipment.
Right.
You tak payah rent tapak. You just advertise your services online, and then you go to people's places and wash their houses. So it's actually quite interesting.
Wait. When you say cleaning, it's not car cleaning, but actual house cleaning.
No, it's a car detailing.
Or car detailing.
Yeah, so you wash their cars, and there are other services that charges more. If they want to detail their car, polish, etc. There's other things in his services. But the interesting thing about it is there's no overhead costs, not much.
No overhead
Instead of
costs,
just buying equipment like the soap, etc., you don't have to pay rent. At the start, you can just wash the cars on your own. When you scale, you can get another staff to help you. but he's doing quite well actually. I'm quite surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually a smart idea that he's been doing. So that thing is running quite well. What he does is he just goes to people's houses and he washes their cars. So there's the water is from the customer, the electricity is from the customer,
Right.
and then the only thing is like he's fueled for transportation. But I think now like our housing area, he washes almost all the cars there. I think like his reoccurring customers per week is like 90, and he charges from like 35 to 700 per customer.
Does he do the washing himself or?
Now he has a team, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's scaling up.
Yeah, he's scaling up. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Is this the same brother that you mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Are you helping? Are you an investor in his business?
I'm actually planning to help him grow his business as an investor, because when I'm the type of person where when it comes to business, if you're my brother, yeah, I love you a lot, but I'll straight away look at it as a business, as a
Right.
business investor. So I'm quite strict actually. So I have to see how far this thing can go, and I can see how to scale it. Then I'll come in as an investor and help out.
How old is your brother?
My brother's 21, just 1 year younger than me.
Okay, so if he's 21, let's talk a bit about this the issue that's plaguing the younger ones. Well, you're young, but still, you have a business. I am actually working with a number of ministries, and they're trying to address the low wages faced by professionals or engineers, TVETs. So they study for a long time, but they graduate with low wage, and then they have to take up jobs as gig workers. What do you think about that? I mean, are they better off focusing on their career or focusing on their business, or take the instant gratification of earning a lot, but for a short while? I mean, you're not going to be able to do a gig job for forever.
Yeah, betul. I don't have much information about it, but what I could say is at the end of the day, we still need these people. So
Right.
if, we need these engineers, we need, not everyone can become rich. That's not how the world works. We need the upper class and the middle and the lower class.
That's right,
Everyone helps each other. So we need these people, but it depends on where your life goal is. If you're happy with what you're doing, it's okay. If you're not, then try venturing into something new. But I don't know much about it. But
for as someone who started a business, I mean, you made it seem like it's easy. Like given your age, given the amount that you're making by this time,
I think
it's easier than. There are so many business owners out there who are struggling to make ends meet, but you and your image and your digital assets is making bank.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much, but it is very tiring as well. But it's a choice you make. It's 5 years of hard work for 70 years of freedom,
5 years
or
of hard work.
5 years of freedom for 70 years of hard work. So I worked really hard for the past five years. I've been slowing down a bit for the past 2, which is not good actually. I have to keep up my pace 'cause I'm still young. But these things, I think there's no reason to not make money currently right now, because there's information everywhere,
Right.
and money moves. I think personally, money moves where money moves with speed, right? So what is the fastest thing you think right now?
The business or what?
No, like where do you think what is the fastest industry you think that moves right now?
I would say content creation and IT.
Basically digital, social media, anything to do with internet.
There you go. Yeah.
Anything to do with the internet is the fastest place. So if you want to make money at the start, I would suggest do something that is related to the internet.
Okay, so this is a very good point. A lot of people are complaining about kedai tak ada orang. People don't get into their shops to buy their food and whatnot. So actually, it's just a shift from physical to digital. And if you miss the bus, you better get on the bus, or you better catch up to that bus as soon as possible.
Betul. It's never too late to actually start. It's late. And when you pass away, then it's late already.
Right.
But if you're getting older, you can always start. But I would recommend getting on the internet game, like SMMA, creative agency, content creation, influencer. Influencing is actually one of the easiest because you have no startup cost at all. Because you already have a phone, you're already scrolling content.
Right.
The easiest way to do it, I would recommend, is if you don't know what content to do, look at the content you watch. The content you watch have a lot of views, just replicate it and add your own twist to it. It'll automatically get views again. It's really easy. It's just a hack that you have to do all the time. Like if you see my TikTok views are just consistently the same amount. Like it gets millions of views all the time. So I just replicate the same thing until it dies out. Then I'll find something new. Yeah.
Now, what do you think about people who say that influencers, they call it influencers? I mean, as a joke, or maybe they really do feel that way. They just don't like influencers. They say the influencers don't give any benefit to the society. What is your response to that?
My response to that, I mean, I wouldn't really look at myself as an influencer probably. Right. I mean, I'm quite more of a businessman.
There you go.
I just do content creation for fun. I actually enjoy doing it. Like I don't mind like the content I do it genuinely because people like it as well, and I like teaching people. So The content I do pun is for myself and for my followers.
But that's now. But before this, would you say that you were one? Were you making content for the sake of making content? As an influencer?
I think I've always been making content for the sake of content. I enjoy doing it.
Right.
My target wasn't to make it like a proper business or make money off of it, etc. When I started my career pun, I was just like, I want to be a singer. I mean, I was young, so my goal is I want to be a singer. I just want to be famous. That's all. But when I get older, I have more responsibilities, and I figure out that I just don't want to stay in the same place. I want to expand. So then I'm doing other things that doesn't really push the content creation much. That's why I do things behind the scene now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is your circle? I mean, you're 22 and quite successful. Your peers of 22 years old from your schoolmates wouldn't have what you have now. So who do you surround yourself with?
I'm the youngest in the group, that's for sure.
Right.
I think everyone else is like 30 or 40 plus. I try to make sure that I'm the youngest, and I try to make sure that I'm not, the age doesn't matter. I try to make sure I'm the poorest and I'm the dumbest in the group. Because if I'm the smartest and I'm the richest, I won't learn anything new.
There you go.
Yeah, so I try to surround myself with people that are better than me, so then I can learn new things. Kalau tak, if you don't learn, you cannot grow.
There you go.
You know, before you earn, you have to learn. So I keep learning now.
I made a tweet post, or was it a post on X, saying that I aspire to be the stupidest and dumbest guy in my own company. That means I want to hire the best. I mean, they have to know more than me.
Yeah, but actually my assistant, she's really smart. If I were just a normal employee, I would work for her. And I like hiring people like that. I like to hire people that are better than me. Especially kalau better in other job scopes, because that's the reason why you hire people then.
Right.
If you just hire people that do the same thing as you, there's no point of hiring, because you want to hire someone that's better than you in this field, so you can take your workload off of that and focus on something else.
Right.
Because I think as a CEO or a director, etc., your job is to help scale and vision the company's future, Yeah.
Do you have a head of sales, people who go around companies to promote your brand and your services?
That's me right now.
Right.
I think I'm good at selling, so that's one thing I do.
So you go for meetings and then propose them solutions that you can help them with. Okay. Yeah. As'ad, out there are so many celebrities, influencers, people in general who crave attention, and sometimes they go for bad marketing.
Yeah.
We're not talking about just dramas, but they're actually coming up with nonsensical things. Sometimes they fake it and then they post it online, and people will talk about them. What do you think about those?
Maybe their goal is just to go viral, but at the end of the day, these things are kind of not good because it affects your branding. And I believe that branding is very important. If your branding isn't clean or it's not classy or respected, you can only go so far. Because at the end of the day, if your name is dirty, it'll be nearly impossible to clean it back. Like until today, we remember those people young private jet counting money in there. They don't fly, right? So kind of things like that. Yeah, it's good to a certain way. You get exposure. But you can't really convert it into money because people won't trust you, or they think that you're a scam or you're sleazy. So bad marketing, personally, I believe, stay away from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I have a question about brand long-lastiness. Is that a word? Typically, I haven't heard of any influencer that appeared 5 years ago up until today. I mean, there might be an influencer today, which I can hear about them for the next couple of years. But anything that's 5 or 10 years ago, I haven't heard of them. How does an influencer avoid this happening?
Good question, actually. Because I think I've been here for 7 years.
There you go. I mean, that would be an average. That's just a number that I put out of the air.
Yeah.
But in general, anyone
in
that's
general,
5 years ago, I can't
they go
remember.
viral, then they're gone. We don't know what happened to them.
Right.
Probably because they got lazy, or they don't take it seriously or something, or they don't know how to make money off of it, something like that. Because for me personally, I have to make sure that my branding is on point, because we never know what's gonna happen. Like for example, work with brands, right? Before you have to take care of how you look like on the internet, because these people, before they work with you, they'll check you out. Like, what does he do? What does he post? Who does he associate himself with? So these things matter. And then for the people yang hilang tu, maybe tak ada rezeki kot, because rezeki rezeki is from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala.
That's right.
And humans just hand it over from Him, kan. Tapi just try work hard and be consistent. You have to understand the market also. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been singing, then I went to content creation. People would say, As'ad just doing anything to stay relevant. But actually, no.
People say that.
I mean, some people would say that,
Right.
As'ad just doing anything to stay relevant, right? But personally, I believe that I'm doing something that I enjoy. I'm young. I'm still figuring it out. I mean, we're all here in this room going through life for the first time, right? So I'm also still learning myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do mention youth being one of the key points right now at the age of 22. But what's after 10 years? Do you see yourself doing the same thing, or expanding to multiple businesses, or focusing on the ones that you have right now? I mean, for Financial Faiz, I think that the brand itself has. I'm not saying that it has hit a plateau. No. It's just that there's only so much time that I can spend making a video per week, and we have our schedule. We cannot post 5 times a week, at least not on the YouTube channel anyway. So I have to schedule them, and then some clients wants to come in earlier this month, this week. So I might have to push other free content. I have to push other clients a bit down. We have to ask them about that. But there's a limit. The only way I can expand now in terms of money is to have another brand, which can be difficult, especially if I don't have a face in it. What would you say? Your advice to me?
My advice would be,
because you've done this longer than mine.
I've done this, and I personally went through it. I think it's because you're working alone.
Right.
Like you're the head of everything, right? So if you don't move, your team doesn't move. So you have to have a good team around you. That's important. And also, alone you can only go so far. Like right now, if you don't do the content won't come out. You know, we need your face. So maybe start networking and building a team around you. Like there's actually very smart YouTubers out there, like Alif Irfan and Isa Aisab, everything, right? They have other people around them as well. Or like if you're a good content creator, etc., what you can do is just build a talent agency. Get talents under you, and then sooner or later you can help them make money, and you can make money yourself. It's a win-win situation because they're doing content, and if you don't do content, tak apa, they're still doing content. Macam tu. Because if you're alone, everyone is limited to the same 24 hours a day, kan?
Right.
So it's just how you use it.
What is the margin for a talent agency on top of the talent?
I think most talent agencies take about 30% from the talent.
So let's say the talent agency get paid 10,000 ringgit, 7,000 goes to the talent.
Yeah, then 3,000 goes to the talent agency. But good talent agencies, I would say, is the ones that provide value in that 30%. If they're just taking 30% just to answer emails, it's not worth it.
Right.
But if they shoot your content, they prepare your script, they make the storyboard for you, they get the campaigns, and they reach out to clients, that's a good 30%. So you have to be smart with the agencies you work with as well.
All right. And this is something that you're trying to work on?
Yes, I'll have to, yeah.
I see.
But maybe not now. I have a lot on my plate, but soon.
Soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do sports?
Yes, I do sports. I'm not really sports. I work out. I try to stay fit. I'm almost in the gym. I'm in the gym 6 times a week for the past 3 years.
6 times a week? That's almost a day?
Yeah, so that means I just rest once a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe that as a businessman, it's a lot more, people will trust you more when you take care of your body, because it just, first impression, like, oh, this guy is fit, he's probably disciplined, he can probably get the work done. So if you don't know what to do in life yet, I recommend stay fit and be strong. Take care of your health.
Let's talk a bit about personal life and choices.
Yeah.
May I know what car do you drive? As a celebrity, someone in this space, people do look at the car that you drive, perhaps. Yeah. So what car do you drive?
I have a Porsche.
Right.
I have an Audi. I have 2, that's all for now.
A Porsche and Audi?
Yeah. So the Porsche is a sports car. The Audi is just my daily car that I use to go to work.
I see. Yeah. So do you take your clients around with, this media car? That's what the insurance...
What do you mean take my clients around?
Because I come from the insurance industry, so that people would have a Porsche, and they would designate that as a media car. They would take their clients around in that car, as you mentioned earlier, with the working out. It shows that they have discipline.
If I'm just to build more trust, is it?
There you go. But the car will also be used as a trust.
Yeah. That could work for some industries, tapi I buy these things because it doesn't really affect me much. Like if I arrive in a Myvi put, people don't really care because I'm in the entertainment industry. I'm not selling anything much. But I buy these things for my personal self. Like with the money I have, I could have bought something else, but I didn't. So when I was 19, I got my Audi.
Right.
Where this year I got my Porsche. And I got it for myself. Nobody even knows. I mean, like, since you asked me now, you know lah. Yeah. So
we did some research. We couldn't find
there's
too
nothing.
much about the car.
Yeah, there's no car. Probably you can see just my watch sometime on Instagram, but other than that, nothing much. Yeah.
Right. Well, the same thing. People generally do not know what car I drive, unless they ask. But the same thing applies. The car that I bought was actually bought when I was an insurance agent. So I still have it, but nobody has to know. Unless they want to know.
Yeah, so what car do you drive?
It's just a normal BMW.
Oh,
it's just like your Audi.
Still good, what? It's still good.
Anything else? Huh? Like right now? As'ad, there's a request from some of my fans. Would it be possible for you to sing a few verses
sing a few verses. I
Yeah.
haven't sang in years. So
Yeah, but as you mentioned, you have to keep yourself fit. I mean, you have to be sharp. So perhaps,
okay. What? Sing one of my songs?
yeah. Senyum, was it?
Yeah, senyum.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sing the chorus a bit. Wow, I haven't done this in a long time. Let me see you smile. Let me see you laugh. Let your worries go away and never come again.
Perfect. Very nice. I mean, coming straight into
Oh,
these
thank you.
headphones. So you have two siblings?
4 overall.
4 siblings. You
Yeah.
will be the eldest?
I'm the third.
You're the third. So there's
Yeah.
one, first,
My
second,
eldest is the sister. Then I have
Right.
a abang and my younger brother.
I have 6 myself. I'm the third. Wait, you're the third as well? But
Yeah.
third out of 6.
Okay.
Why us? What makes us different than our surrounding?
I think we don't like people bossing us around, probably. I mean, as a business owner, I don't like taking orders from other people. But at the end of the day, no matter what, you're still working for someone else.
That's right. Your
Like,
clients.
yeah, like if we're a business owner, people say, "Oh, you have freedom, you can do whatever you want." No, even if you're just, even if you're selling ice cream, your clients are your customers. If your
That's right.
customers don't like your ice cream, it doesn't work. Like for us, our bosses are our clients, kan? So if people are asking, "Can I get rich from working?" You actually can. You don't actually have to start a business. It's the difference between us and them is just our risk tolerance, probably. Maybe they're scared to take risk. Like I know my sister now. I think she worked in Petronas.
That's right. Yeah, you
She's
mentioned.
27 this year. She's moving to another company, if I'm not mistaken, and she got offered like 14,000 a month, and she's quite young, so it's not bad. So, but if you wanna get rich from working from a normal company, you actually can. The way I would do it is don't work in a big company with thousands of employees because the CEO and the bosses won't recognize you. I would say work in a medium-sized company, help it grow, help it scale, add value, then own a piece. That's the way I would do it. Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his aspiration is to replace me because I keep telling him I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, but that's good actually. Like some people, this company is not going anywhere. Okay, maybe if it's not, that's up to you to make the decision. Like, tapi like, if you really want to make money from working somewhere, you can. You just have to find a company that has a good vision where it's going. You stay close to the boss because he can see everything you do. Kan? You take care of him properly, add value, help it grow, and then slowly by slowly, your boss will say, you know what? You can own a piece. You can take over. I'm gonna do something else.
Don't give him don't give him ideas.
Okay.
Don't mention about the owning a piece. Yeah.
Okay. But eventually, that's a possibility. Right? Yeah.
Perhaps. Basically, my vision is I don't do this forever. I want to not retire, but I want to do something else. I want to do something that's a bit more fun, as you've mentioned.
Betul.
I don't want to be here bustling around making videos. Perhaps they can call me in as a talent, and then I still own it. I still own the company, but two different entities lah. One is the talent, one is the shareholder and chairman, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I want to do something else. I want to do something that's more fun. I like cars. I do like cars. I like fast cars.
But cars are really, it's a very expensive hobby. I would
They
say.
are, but I'm not talking about hobby. I'm talking about businesses.
Businesses.
Like you have a car wash business. It's something that I want to do because it's rather automated, isn't it? I mean, if you have a car wash that requires your face, then your car wash has failed.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to have
Like
either
people-
workers or machines.
Betul.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dealership would be nice too. Buying and selling cars.
I think it's never late to venture out to new things. Just try because we're gonna live in this life we'll have one shot at this kan. So if you just wait, I mean, if I rephrase it properly, what I want to say is whether you decide to do it or not, these years are going to go by. Yeah. So if you want to do it, just do it. Don't wait because sometimes the time you're scared the most to make the decision could be the decision that changed your life the most. So just try.
Now we mentioned about that, and then we mentioned about the neighborhood people working. I firmly believe, and I want to know if you agree with me. Running a business is not for everyone. It's fine if you work for someone. You don't have to leave a company just to chase your dreams of being a business owner. Because if you do that, your business might. I mean, if you're not cut out to become a business owner, and it is difficult. It is difficult.
It's very hard.
Very difficult.
It's so hard.
There you
Sleepless
go.
nights.
There
you know.
go. Yeah, we both would know.
Yeah.
I mean, you have spent, despite your youth, despite your age, you've done this much longer than I have. But it is fine for people to work for others as long as we work in a fairly compensated company.
Betul.
Then okay lah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to be a business owner, yeah, you can, but you just have to know what your goals are. Kalau you just want to go and be rich, if your first goal is to make money, I think you won't make money. If you want to make money, you have to make business. Business makes money because money doesn't make money. Okay, let me explain it properly. Yeah.
Okay.
If let's just say you anak orang kaya, okay, you have a lot of money from your parents, you inherited, you inherited it, kan? So they pass it down. You don't know how to manage the money. You'll probably lose it. So if a person knows how to make business, you can make money. But if you just get money out of that, then you don't know what to do with it. You'll probably lose it. So make
I
business
agree.
first. Yeah.
I had the same analogy. The anak orang kaya. We all know anak orang kaya. Okay, and then sometimes we ask, kenapa? Why isn't he as rich as other people who doesn't have as much opportunity as he is? Or maybe he is doing fine now. Solely because of the parents.
Yeah.
He is, sorry to say, he is the general manager of his parents' company.
Yeah.
So he did not build the company from the ground up. If dia anak orang kaya, in my opinion, he should be way more kaya than his parents.
Betul, yeah.
Okay, there are a few examples. I believe it would be Nissan's, Tan Chong Motors. Tan Chong Motors, the distributor of Nissan. The grandchild of Mr. Tan is actually the founder of Grab.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go. So he is, instead of becoming the general manager of one of the branches for Nissan, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna create something for myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use. Admittedly, he used his grandpa's influence, perhaps some money, but not everyone who is the grandson of orang kaya created a Grab. Or any unicorn of any sorts.
Yeah, okay,
like
so,
he did it.
Okay, so would you agree with me if I say that, let's just say we gave everyone in the world equally $10 million, yeah? Would you agree with me that by the end of the year, that $10 million will go back to the rich people?
I agree.
Yeah, because money, if everyone gets it equally, money is a game. You have to know how to use it and how to, grow it. So if everyone gets an equal amount of money, you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to scale it, you'll just lose it,
Yeah.
You'll still go back to the rich no matter what.
Exactly. For example, one good example would be someone who got inheritance.
Yeah.
Tanah, for example. Tanah can be worked on. They can bercucuk tanam, or they can sell it off and get instant money.
Betul.
But then the instant money will be instantly used.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the rich people, ataupun I would say the one with who has a better business sense.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you just need knowledge, you need experience, you need to know what you're doing, kan?
Exactly.
So you cannot just say like, oh, rich people. It's actually because they know things we don't know. So when they have this knowledge, in 1 year, that 10 million will still go back to these people.
There you go.
Even though if everyone sama rata 10 juta, it will still go back to them.
But saying this will draw some controversy by a lot of people. People are very drawn towards the idea of socialism, which is fine to some extent. Everyone has to have a safety net. You cannot go bankrupt, and then the bankruptcy law itself is a form of socialism in the sense where you won't be punished all the way until death or imprisonment for owing money to banks or anyone. So there is a stopgap there. Okay, you'll be bankrupt, but that's about it.
Yeah,
we won't put you in jail. You can still get out of bankruptcy. But a lot of people want equal this, equal that. I mean, the one issue that we have right now that I'm facing, not me personally, but the government, is the minimum wage issue.
Okay.
So if you increase the minimum wage, which is fine, there will be a lot of inflation.
Yeah.
So people who couldn't work, I would say retirees, they face the inflation, but their pension doesn't grow. So now the government is helping solve one issue, but then they are
opening more doors to more problems.
Yes, and then if they were to solve that problems, and then other problems will come out. So at the end of the day, everyone is for their own. Yeah, I mean, you can help to some extent. But if I were to help someone, and that someone doesn't want to help themselves, at the end of the day, it's better if I were to help myself and perhaps my family lah.
Yeah, like the way I would do it, like some people, okay, it's good that you have your goals to like, I want to be rich so I can help everyone around me. But I think some people do it too soon. Before you want to help other people, you have to help yourself first.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, after you help yourself, then you help your family. After your family, help your friends, and then you help your society. Some people, they baru start, they help everyone, they lose everything. You're not even stable yet. Like, let's just say about young people want to get married, kan? Personally, I'm not married yet. I mean, I'm very young also. I think I have to be financially stable yet. I have to be a man of value first, then I can be married. Because I don't want to get married and then, have my wife not comfortable, etc. I want her to be my queen. I want to take care of her properly. So I have to get there first. Like some people, they get married, they're not financially stable yet, and then
that's another controversial topic, which I agree.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of people do this, and they say rezeki di tangan Tuhan, which is what you said, betul.
Yes, betul.
But this rezeki, pintu rezeki, you have to work to open it. You don't just get married and then the pintu will open automatically. But a lot of people don't understand that, because I deal a lot with people's finances. I talk about people's finances. I always tell them, you have to take care of yourself. The government can help you only so much.
Betul.
And
At the end of the day, the truth is no one's going to come and save you.
there you go.
Only you can save yourself.
Exactly. You can appreciate the help
Yeah,
that the government is
betul.
giving. Okay, thank you very much for this 500 ringgit
Yeah.
once a year thing. But at the end of the day, 500 ringgit doesn't take you far.
Betul.
Or even if you put 10,000 ringgit, put the same thing, it doesn't take
Betul.
you that far. At the end of the day, you have to take care. You have to take charges of your own finances
Yes,
and
betul.
your life.
Betul? Yeah.
But I guess we are in agreement in a number of
Yeah,
things.
I mean, because I think we are realistic and we tell ourselves the truth and we're not afraid of the truth, you know. Some people, they're scared of the truth, kan? But actually, we genuinely just want to help people. We want to tell people the problems yang they should avoid, because we've probably gone through this experience ourselves, kan? So I think yang before you want to do any of that, before you want to get into a serious relationship, make sure you take care of yourself. Yeah, some people, the religious side will say, okay, elakkan maksiat, etc., all that stuff, kan? Tapi sometimes you just add more problems, because
And sometimes they use that as an excuse. I mean, nak elakkan maksiat, so kahwin without actually thinking through. I mean,
yeah,
why don't you? I mean, let's say you at the point where you rasa you nak buat maksiat, you know things, because
Yeah.
you 25, you
Yeah.
feel you want to get married. In the 5 years, the first 5 years between 20 to 25, couldn't you prepare yourself financially? Couldn't you
Yeah.
prepare yourself educationally?
sometimes they just need more focus, you know, like. And then another thing I would like to say is people can have to understand that love can only take you so far, because when you're married and you're out of money, or that's when things start to hurt, you know, because then you start having fights, and then your responsibilities naik. It's a lot harder. So it's not just about I love you, I want to get married. I think you have to prepare everything to take care of her properly. She's your wife. Don't you? If you really love her, make sure she doesn't suffer. That's the way I think.
I agree. And in fact, statistically has shown. I'm not pulling this out of my ass, but
Okay.
I've read it. Number one cause of divorces in Malaysia would be money. Money issue, not perhaps cheating. Those are maybe secondary, maybe because of the money, and then one of their party cheated. But the main cause is money.
Yeah.
Or the lack of money lah.
Yeah, so these things you have to put into account, you know. When you want to get married, you have to discuss so many things. It's kind of strange we talk about marriage, right? Tapi tak apa, we
It's
keep
fine.
talking about
Because in a lot of my videos, I talk about, for example, before you get married, there are a few things you have to check other than the HIV check lah, those checks lah. Another one, it would be a secrets check. I mean, you can ask them, do you have any financing loans that you have taken that
Yes,
you've never
betul.
told me?
Yeah.
Tak nak lah after dah kahwin,
Problems occur.
problems occur.
Yeah. Like the way, if I were to get married, I would discuss so many things. I would discuss like even as simple, just like politics, or how would you handle tough times, or what is our financial goal, or what is your plan. You know, all these things must be taken into account, because they are going to be your life partner. And if you choose a bad life partner, you're going to have a lot of problems, because they can be with you forever. Again,
That's
inshallah, that's the
They can
goal.
be, yes.
Nobody plans to get married and then get divorced in 10
Yeah,
years.
nobody plans that, yeah.
Yeah. So people have to make good decisions. And actually, another thing I'll say is people, I think to be better every day, you have to learn how to make better decisions. Because I think the decisions we made years ago is the reason why we're here today. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Today, as I mentioned, I'm with As'ad Motawh.
Yeah.
Okay. He started as an artist,
Singer,
singing.
yeah, an artist, yeah.
But now he's a business owner. To be honest, as I've spoken with him, I find that there are similarities. He's a bit younger than me, of course, by about at least 10 years. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But we converge to the same place, business owner. He has more businesses than I do. Tapi yalah, I just started about 1 year ago in terms of Sdn Bhd. Do you have Sdn Bhd now?
Yes.
When do you start?
2 years ago?
2 years ago. And before that, you were on what, Enterprise?
Enterprise, yes.
There you go. Same. I was an Enterprise for a couple of years, and then last year I started my Sdn Bhd. Inshallah, I'll be driving a Porsche too.
Inshallah. I mean, I'll pray for you.
I mean, As'ad, do you have any final words that you want to say to your fans and to my audience?
I would say that winners are just losers that try it one more time. Whether you decide to do it or not, these years will go by. Take care.
That's right. And you do not want to grow old and become old regretting that you didn't try.
Yeah.
And because when you do that, when that happens, you would take stupid risks. That's why you can see a lot of older people.
Betul?
They invest in scams because they were told that this investment can give them 10% per month. It doesn't make sense
Doesn't make
for
sense.
someone who is sane. But when you are old and you are not as successful as you hope to be, you would take all these risks and then end up losing all the capital that you have.
Yeah, well,
at
I
the
mean,
old age.
I would say that you can make money quicker, but you can't make money fast. There's a
There you go.
faster way to do it, but it's still not fast.
Mm.
Some people want overnight success.
Mhm.
Overnight success to me is realistic. It does happen, but it takes you years to get to that one night.
Right.
Yeah, you work really hard. Then at one night, the next day you got a big project approved.
Mhm.
Boom. Yeah.
Right. That's enlightening. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So people, the same concept of people seeing the success of the iceberg, but they don't see all the hard work and sweat.
Yeah.
That one is unseen.
Yeah.
But this seen is just
Yeah.
just the top part.
Private successes, you know?
Private successes. Good term. Thank you very much, As'ad.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. Inshallah.
Definitely, most definitely, inshallah.